Today I learned Kate Winslet keeps her Oscar in the bathroom so her guests can hold it and make acceptance speeches in the mirror without feeling self-conscious. 6 Academy Awards nominations later, the 39-year-old star finally netted the Oscar in 2009 for The Reader, winning Best Actress. After much thought, Winslet decided the optimal place for the coveted award to reside would be in her bathroom. In an interview with Wall Street Journal magazine, she made a very compelling argument as to why that's the best place for the award. "The whole point is for everybody to pick it up and go, I'd like to thank my son and my dad, and you can always tell when someone has, because they're in there a little bit longer after they flushed," Winslet said. "They'll come out looking slightly pink-cheeked. It's hysterical." With a husband named Ned Rock and Roll and a son named Bear and a friendship with Leonardo DiCaprio, Winslet has all the trappings of a movie star life, but swears she doesn't live like that, and coming from Winslet, you believe it. "I just don't feel like one, and I don't live like one either, not the way I imagine a proper movie star living," she told WSJ. And on the set of Steve Jobs, playing the attentive marketing exec Joanna Hoffman to Michael Fassbender's Jobs, she got so into the role she was managing Fassbender's life off camera. "She was always doing things like booking hotels for me to get away and restaurants and trying to make sure that I was looking after myself," Fassbender said. Director Danny Boyle added, "When she was booking flights and taxi cabs for Michael, it wasn't some poor assistant. She was doing it all herself. Someone organized enough to arrange someone else's taxis who also encourages you to hold her Oscar in the bathroom. Next time Kate Winslet throws a party at her house, someone please make sure we're invited."
Here's what the Redditors of TIL had to say about this.
Epileptic_ninja, with the top comment, says, "Hopefully they have enough respect to wash their hands." Diams replies, "Yeah, that's gotta be one of the shittiest Oscars." Open_door_policy also adds, "Given the nature of humans, I'd place a decent wager on at least one Oscar having been up someone's butt." Son of a Butch says, in 2005, Kate Winslet was in the TV show Extras talking about Oscar bait Holocaust movies, and also about how to talk dirty so NSFW. At that point in her career, she had been nominated 4 times for an Oscar but never won one. 3 years later, she finally won an Oscar for her role in an Oscar bait Holocaust movie, The Reader. Kilo89 replies, "Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globes in that year, and made a joke about it. I told you, do a Holocaust movie, the awards come, didn't I?" My parents are _cousins responds, "I love his shoulder devil and ankle joke. It's simple but I found it funny. The Holocaust award joke. For those of you that can read fat-fingered in bread, you are correct. Funnier than. Sweaty hands make the touch keyboard a bit wonky." Porrick says, "Also because it looks humble, but really it makes people look at it while they're alone in there." Glenn Hansard gave his to his mum. "She used to bring it with her down the pub, to properly show off. A while ago her house was robbed but they didn't bother taking the Oscar." The Pharmacist replies, "They had to have left it deliberately. I guess they figured it wouldn't be replaced as easily as a TV or stereo." Porrick replies, "Either that, or it'd be harder to fence. Or they just didn't think they'd get much for it." Edit, then again, Glenn is a biggish deal in Ballymun where he's from. It's one of Ireland's shittest neighborhoods, with massive crime and unemployment. Glenn does a bunch of charity work and activism in that neighborhood now that he's well enough off to, from teaching music in the tower blocks to helping organize protests against the government's policies to do with homelessness. Could be that name recognition got him a measure of respect. My main theory is that they figured it'd be a hassle to sell though." Nightingale jokes, "First and foremost, I would like to thank my parents for telling me I was a disappointment from day 1 hour 1 minute 1. My girlfriend for being there for me every day of my life, during times of loneliness, she was always there, kisses right hand. I want to thank my #1 fan, my grandma. She still hates me for drinking her prune juice 10 years ago. I thought it was purple juice, boy, I was so wrong. My manager for keeping me employed and giving me the shittiest hours, I mean movies. You're still an asshole for making me go to work while I was dying in the hospital. And last but not the least, Kate for letting me borrow her Oscar after my pooping session. Thank you."
Thanks for watching, Today I Learned by the Reddit King. Please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications.